Mic check. There we go. I'm wearing my fitness shirt because I just came from PT, and I didn't do any of my exercises at PT, so I'm gonna probably exercise after this. I just got my PT to work on my knee because I skipped the entirety of last week because my wife got COVID. I don't have COVID, luckily, but just a precaution, I didn't go to PT. I still did my exercise at home. And then one of my college friends was like, What do you mean PT? What's wrong? I'm like, I got hurt before. And I'm just dealing with it. I also got a freaking nasty sunburn. You see? Yeah, right there. Ooh. Lobster. Because I got my drone stuck in a tree. I commissioned some guy to 3D print this. So if you look right here, this is a TPU 3D print right there. It's holding my camera. And it's pretty cool. It extends the camera in front of the drone. So I need to fix my other screen too. So basically the original design of this drone had carbon fiber here and the camera was here. Because the camera's further back, you can see the propellers. Seeing the propellers is not aesthetic to me, so I commissioned this guy to design something that would not see the propellers. So we did a few iterations, pushed it out, and while I was testing, got stuck in a tree in front of my house. And I was like, I'll just pull it down real quick. I use an arborist line. YouTube. Oh yeah, Secret Milkshake, thank you for being first. So I use this thing called an arborist line.
Hello, this is Bino. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an arborist and tree climber specialist. And
so it's like a sack with some rocks in it and a rope attached to it, and then you launch it. And it's pretty funny how it does it actually. So here's the technique. There's a few techniques. So basically I grab this, I launch it into the air, go over a branch, and then I grab both the ends and I try to shake it down. That's a POV of the floor. Yeah, it's basically, I'm pretty good and pretty accurate with this thing. But I was like, oh, I'll just do this real quick, and I kind of got ADHD like locked, and then I was stuck out there for 3 hours, didn't realize it. And next thing I was like, when's the last time I put on sunscreen? I didn't. So at the 2 hour mark I put on sunscreen, but it was too late. When I came in, when I was succeeded. Actually, one second. I got a call. I gotta take chat. shit, my bad. Thanks. I got a call from the city and they lag, so I want to make sure I pick it up before they forget. But basically, I got sunburned because I was out there doing this for 3 hours. The first thing that was a problem actually was my line was tangled. It was really freaking bad. So I spent an hour and a half just untangling cord. And I thought it'd be quick, so I was just doing it out in front of on the grass. And it took longer than that. It took fucking almost 2 hours. Trying to get footage of this. Where's that picture? Yeah, I spammed aloe vera. Yeah, so I got this tangled mess, bro. The arborist line is absolutely painful. Just working on that. I ended up creating like a really long stick too, to try to just like poke at it. My drone is alive. This thing broke, kind of, the plastic, and I glued it back. But it was a pain. I wasn't even like interested in flying it again after that, but I needed to test, and I was like, oh, let's just test it real quick. But 3D printing is pretty cool because I printed this from nothing. This is rubber right here, TPU rubber, so it has some flex to it. 3D printing is freaking great. So the upcoming video that we have is a partnership with Bamboo. I want to make a keyboard out of this material. It should talk, theoretically. Yeah, so I got a lotion with aloe vera in it. I went to Walgreens, and there's like a little coupon on there that said $2 off. And I took it to the cash register, like, is this $2 like live right now? So like, yeah, so it was expired, but they gave me $2 off anyway. So Walgreens employee, you're great. I've been slathering that white stuff all over me non-stop every 2 hours. You shed it into your bed. That's so gross, Big Ben. I'm sorry. But it's funny because like my arm, this is very slightly sunburned, but it's exposed to sun all the time. But my shoulders, like you can tell, I'm a light skin. I'm very light skin underneath. But yeah, I was wearing a tank top. It was a bad day to wear a tank top. It's always when I wear a tank top I get owned. But yeah, the aloe vera lotion thing I've been applying a lot. I'm trying to stay out of the sun, which sucks because what I try to do, there's a park that opened up again near my house. I've been trying to find a good time to go out there and fly my drone when there's no kids, but it's summertime, so there's always kids. I keep thinking to myself, oh dude, it's so hot right now. There's no kids out there, and I just see kids that are out there without parents. I'm like, where are these irresponsible parents that are leaving their kids out there, interfering with my drone flying? Dan Keeps sent this to me. Para free. I don't know how to say free in Spanish, but free. At first I was like, why? It's because it's a silent tactile. I thought it was a silent linear. I was like, why? But these are DK red velvet switches. They are basically a silent brown. Looking at specs, it is full travel, nylon bottom housing, PC top, lightly pre-lubed. So I was just testing them, so we'll check it out because they sent it to me for free. I'll figure out something to put in it. I just can't put in proto boards because it does them a disservice. What's the point of doing a review of a board and you put a freaking silence in there? That's stupid. But here. Here's the switch. Let me turn off this thing. Alright, here's the switch, box stem, full travel, normal PP. Here, so I'll let you listen. Dude, it's quiet and very light bump. Honestly, the factory lubing probably went over the bump a little bit, so there's like barely any bump, so I didn't even know it was tactile at first. Very much like an MX round. I would definitely do the abandoned building drone flying, but in Southern California, real estate is so expensive that when something is abandoned, you sell as soon as possible. The only time I see abandoned places is just straight up abandoned lots, which means just grass and a fence around it. which is super boring to fly because I can do that at a park. And if I get stuck in there, oh, here's the other thing. So the thing is, in Southern California, cost of living is so high that it yields a lot of homeless people because they'll fall on hard times and they will not be able to pay rent, right? So anywhere there's an abandoned building, that is a homeless haven. So I've seen a few flights, not in Southern California, but someone be flying, and then they see a human figure in the building, and they're like, "Fucking turn around, get the fuck out," because yeah, if there's a homeless person in there, they're probably on hard times. They may or may not be on hard drugs. If you are flying a little chainsaw and being loud as fuck in there, they ain't gonna be happy. So we don't fuck with that. Another heat wave in Southern California, Northern California. But here's a shot of the sunburn. You know, you see the sunburn? Can you tell? No, but for real, I got cooked. It's not so itchy. I've been trying to apply that stuff as much as I can.
Oh my
but it was
god,
a
somebody subscribe.
Impo, thank you for the 29 months. Didn't know there was the gun show. I'm working out a little bit. I'm finally back on a program. Still weak. I put it in the program max 300 pounds bench. I'll show you the program actually. Probably some people may be interested in this. Let me know if you're interested. I can drop the link. But this is the PRS program I have. PRS is something powerlifting. PRS powerlifting. They're pretty good coaches, but it's a 15-week program, working out 4 days a week. Bench, sumo deadlifts, and squat. Yesterday, if you saw me on Instagram, I posted a Larson bench press, which is no legs on the bench, and I did a lot of rowing. And today, theoretically, I didn't know it was like back-to-back bench days, but I'm gonna do a real full-on legs down bench, dumbbell incline, dumbbell bench press. Wait, dumbbell regular bench press? Sure. And some arms. Sorry, it's like actually not showing anything because of the chat. Here you go, sorry. But yeah, it gives you the bottom of the range, top of the range, so I feel like this is supposed to be calculating something for me. Oh no, it calculates here. So today I'll go anywhere from 210 to 225 for 5 reps. RP8, RP5, it means 5 more in the tank, so really light. Go to north of San Francisco. Yeah, there's nothing like that in Southern California. Unfortunately, I do not want to fly with my drones. Batteries, propeller blades, it seems like a headache. Selling the rubber boards, like selling the prototype boards, Secret Milkshake, the one I'm making with the bamboo, I can sell them. I don't really want a rubber board. I have to have the sheet open because it's so complicated, but you gotta notate it somehow. I want a whiteboard just to put this on the whiteboard because I really hate opening Google Sheets on the phone. I can sell it. I don't really care. It probably has to be the cost. Like, it's gonna use the Bakaneko files, I think. Maybe it sounds bad. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know if I can do the competition squat. Like, my max squat I put in here, bro, it's 225. Because my legs are done. Not done, but then I can't even get them started. My legs are so weak.
Heck yeah, somebody follow.
Alright. Enough dilly-dallying. 225 squat. Yeah, I can rep 225 for depth based off of my current predicament. I wish it were better, but it's pretty good. Mr. Chris, thank you for the follow. Well, the thing is, I don't necessarily want to rush it at all. Technically, like, I've been reading forums about people who had knee surgery, especially the patella. They say they get this excruciating pain behind the kneecap. I don't, but the thing is, I am kind of built different, and it's to my own demise, because I wish I could feel pain, so I can get a signal from my body to tell me to stop. But I'm just so built. I'm built so different that I don't feel pain, you know. And it's a problem because how do I know when to stop? I could just go on forever because I'm just a beast. Joking aside, I do wish I had more pain receptors to tell me, or maybe I'm doing the right thing and I don't actually have pain. Like I don't have any issues squatting. Because I could keep going. Like I've done 275, squatting off of a box at a high height, around like 20 inches, 21.75 inches. I feel like I can go to 315 for a single, but let's just not. Let's not die. So Muff God, doing pretty good. My buddy benched 308 for 3 today, so I kind of want to catch him, but I don't even think I can, dude. That's a lot. I think I did 300 for 1. Barely. Just barely. It's not really a struggle, but the thing is with a ruptured patella tendon and healing it, you can do it until you fucking can't. Like it won't be it's not gonna be like, oh, it hurts. It's gonna be like, okay, I load 275 maybe 300, I'll squat it and I'll put some more on, and the next time I load it I will just drop and I will just injure myself. So that's like the scary part, you know. I'm like, I don't want to just spontaneously combust. No thank you. Okay, I'm gonna show you, this is the product page for the Windx80. Let me close this. It starts at $305. This is a collaboration Wind Studio and Divinity. Showcasing this through Divinity. Excuse me. Wait. Damn, you had 3 meets this year. How much of a break do you take in between? Yeah, maybe those pictures are on some gear. If I had some gear, I'd be fully recovered doing backflips and shit by now, but I'm not. Unfortunately, I wish I could have these superhuman Wolverine recovery. To start, I'm going to show you the colors. $305 is going to be more expensive than QK. Unfortunately, QK has a fucking lock on the keyboard economy. They're like a tier lower than Gion, but definitely a tier above any other GB because it can do this rolling stock. And I feel like they were doing what they were doing with the Space 65, where they start manufacturing before the GB ends. So they get stuff out extremely fast. And they do it extremely cheap. So $305 to start to get you you can get a wired hot swap PCB for $305. No breaks, damn, you a beast. I spent 7 months just not on my ass, but I haven't really done too much other than PT. So we got these anodized colors right here. Got black, dark gold, which is brown. That's brown, okay? These are the same picture. Okay, cool. Anodized violet, that is a burgundy. China and their colors, bro, is crazy. This is a PVD weight right here. We had anodized. I'm hoping that's not anodized aluminum. But the PVD weight adds more cost. So PVD. Wait, never mind. Oh yes, yes it does. PVD adds another $80. So now we're looking at 385 to do PVD, so it's a little much. But we're seeing a lot of color options here, so get some customization. I for sure Muff God. The color we have today is spray coated green. Their branding ain't on point, man. It's like the translation to English ain't right, but you can't say spray coat. It makes me think of key coat, spray coat, powder coat, coated. But yeah, we got spray coated green. So spray coated green, I don't know what the weight is, we'll see. We have Winky list, case color. Also the accent is the top piece then, yeah. And the case color is one of these. So I got spray coated green case color. Plate option, you got PP, FR4, PC, aluminum. I got the whole spectrum.
Somebody follow.
When I switch to more calisthenics versus weights, it's hard, dude. Benching 3 plates makes me feel like I have a big penis, you know? Deadlifting 5 plates plus makes me feel like I have a big penis. It's just the way of the world. Squatting, honestly, no one gives a shit about squatting. So like, if I never squat again, you know, like no one ever asks like, bro, how would you squat? Except other dudes. What's up, Steven? Here we go. We're gonna unwrap this. So the PCB is here. I already lubed the stabs and stuff prior to the stream because I knew I was gonna be a little bit late since it came directly from PT. We have a Swiss cheese hot swap, which is not my favorite. The Icky 68 Aurora Icky whatever, or the budget plastic board with all the hot swap options, especially ISO. Like here, this is the problem right here. We don't like this. Oh my taco, thank you for the follow. Karen, thank you for the follow. We don't like this. This really messes up how the enter sounds. Okay, but we have the hot swap with a ribbon cable. Ribbon cable, I sound like a broken record. Ribbon cables are garbage, and I don't like having to repeat myself in videos. I always forget, but ribbon cables are hot garbage. Okay, I don't know what this is right here. This may be a mid piece. We're gonna find out. Here's a plate. We have aluminum plate right here. FR4 plate right here. Do we have a PP? Did they give me a PP? No, they gave me everything but PP. Doing themselves a disservice, bro. We have foam kit. Throw that in the garbage. But yeah, this is the board that I wasn't sure I was supposed to get, but Divinity did confirm that I'm on the list. Going to start comments like this. Sup, how much you squat? But then the dudes doing back levers have big PP too. Well, they actually might have big PP. As you can tell by the face and the color of my skin, quite literally I look yellow in this light. I'm not blessed. Yeah, like all this ribbon cable in any keyboard doesn't make sense. Like it made sense for me when there was like some kind of daisy chain with the multiple RGB, but when it's literally just maybe one RGB element, why? All right, let's unwrap this. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully it's not pinging. I'm not so sure. So bit of background information. Divinity reached out to me. This is a prototype unit, quite literally a prototype unit, in that they are going to revise the front height. They're going to revise the case design, which is kind of monumental. Like that's significant change. Oh, this is coded for sure. This ain't as smooth as TKD, but I digress. Let me finish my thought. They're going to change everything about this to fix it, because apparently the other prototypes that the other reviewers already started was pingy and hollow. So I asked Divinity, like, hey, are they going to prototype? They sent out new prototypes for those of us who haven't streamed it yet. Wind Studios said, nah, they don't have time. So they want you to buy based off of a promise. We'll see. We're going to use HMX Machiattos today because these are long pole. If it somehow pings with long pole, we in bad shit. What's up, feller? Might as well just not send them to reviewers. Just give them a bad image. Yeah, for real. Like, they probably got the feedback because reviewers of first rounds are supposed to kind of provide feedback, but it was such strong feedback, I guess, that they're going back to the drawing board. But they should technically call it here because the price point of the Windx80 is not cheap. It starts at 305, goes up 385 if you have PVD. This might be PVD, we'll see. But they have the brass bar like the other boards. This is PVD. So I got a PVD one. So what do I have here? Black mirror PVD. So I'm gonna show you my configuration. We'll do a vote. I'm kind of leaning towards aluminum. If they had PP, I could probably make it sound less hollow. But 1 second. The configuration with one single plate. Yeah. So this is the configuration I have right here. We have spray coated green with the black PVD. So this is $385 in my hands. Ribbon cable right here. Okay, so this is a 2470 G Master 2.0. How close can this focus? Hey, it's not too bad. It's not too bad actually. Let me zoom into this. Oh, this is not too shabby. This camera is. Ooh. Hey, this lens is doing work. I'm gonna show you the texture right now. It is definitely textured. It feels a little bit gritty, like very fine sandpaper. But you can tell it's not smooth. I don't have anything else coated to compare it to. Let me back off a little bit. Yeah, let me do this. It's almost like the surface of a Smartie. The candy. I like the color a lot. I'm very sensitive to color matching as of late. So I'm gonna leave this out here for y'all. Let me zoom out. I think we got enough of the close-ups. Look at my belly just hanging over the table, bro. Gotta lose weight, but I did weigh in at all-time low, 205 a few days ago. Pretty sick. I actually forgot to eat the day before, so oh no, 204. But it was because I forgot to eat. Like I mentioned, I got into this ADHD loop where I was just literally outside swinging this sack and this rope to try to get my drone down. But here's a color card. This is where you want to, the lights here. So this is where you're going to compare for those who care. It reminds me a lot of the seafoam green. It is a nice green, but in terms of matching, this may be GMK botanical type match. The color of the board and the image do not match. You would be correct. So I'll put this on screen. This has a little bit more green to it. Let me try to go into auto white balance, see what it changes. Yeah, in every situation, it's not the same. It's a little bit more foresty. It's a little bit more foresty in the render, and it's a little bit more mint in person. That's a miss. Yeah. The color. I don't want to do this wrong, so I'm gonna run it again. Oh, 1 second. GK Dandy, yeah, for sure. Okay, let me do my zoom into this. There we go. I'm gonna use that color chart. Cool. It is white balance to this now. If you screenshot this and take it to any software, this should be the actual color. There you go. But yeah, my friend is buying some gym equipment from Baba. Baba is a universal term for Chinese factories. Chinese factories are well known for cloning stuff. Like, it's not just keyboards, it happens in every industry. So he's buying this this machine, and he has a color theme for his gym. So he's trying to make it red. And they gave him like this. It's really funny because there's a very Baba color. And this black company called Sidey. They have this color that they use in all their stuff. And as you can tell, it's sold by Walmart. Where's Sidey? Yeah, it's like some Temu shit right here. Yeah, if you want to die, buy from a Chinese company called Sidey on Walmart. I'll get a scale in a second. But Sidey makes a lot of stuff. But they really like this this very specific red. So he doesn't want that red. He has more like an Iron Man red, I guess, closer to burgundy. But they keep telling him like, "Oh, trust us, bro. It's the right red that you ordered." but they refuse to use like RAL color charts or anything. So I was like, bro, I don't trust them for a minute. Like, this is the side red right here. Not using sandwich plate. Is the sandwich plate this one right here? I'm gonna grab a scale in a second. Is this a sandwich plate? I'm gonna mute real quick. I'm gonna go grab the scale. Why did I mute the shit? What's wrong with my buttons? I don't know what I was saying. They cloned gym equipment in the same way as the Jane clones were, where they cloned the authentication card. So a lot of people are buying clone gym equipment that is a clone version of some $4,000, $3,000, and then it costs them like 500, and they'll buy like 10 of them, and they try to mislead people on Facebook Marketplace, like, oh, this is. They'll use very specific wording, and they'll even put fake stickers on it. Like, oh, they'll charge like 3,000 to try to sell it. Just hope for some unsuspecting customer to buy it. 2 kilos, 73 ounces, 4.5 pounds. 2 kilos. But yeah, like Melatrix has that bad experience with colors. Like, I called them out on it. The teal and the forest green were the exact same color. So normally I would say like trust the prototypes, but unfortunately in the cycle 8 I showed that Reddit thread where the prototypes were one thing and then the actual production one was different. I don't know, man. Green is just a hard color. Like, green is always scuffed. Okay, is this the sandwich plate? Just want to take a look at it. What's up, Cataclysm? Miss you, man. What is this? I'm doing all right. PT every day is my motto. What material is this? Aluminum? Does this say on here? Yeah, there's been enough complaints that this is hollow sounding. No, this is aluminum sandwich. Okay, cool. We'll put a vote on the screen as to what plate to use. But I'm gonna put this aside. So we have a case, no cloth, which is stupid to me. It's a nice case, but where's the cloth? So we have HMX Machiattos, which are very slightly long pull, slightly reduced travel. Oh yeah, and if you're not a sub to my YouTube channel, please sub. I don't post as much, so I'm actually losing subs now. First time I've ever seen that in a long time. What plate should we use? I need to make more videos. So I'll have another video out. I guess I'll have to do it this weekend. We'll see if we can do this one. Should use in the Windx80. We have PC, sandwich. Well, it's aluminum sandwich. Alu regular, alu sandwich. start poll. Where's my poll overlay? We have a wired hot swap PCB. Make sure you vote in the chat. 1 for PC, 2 for aluminum regular, 3 for aluminum sandwich, and 4 for FR4. Let me make this a little bit smaller. It's kind of in the way. So right here we have, there's a lot of sockets in here, bro. Also, if you watch the latest video, Cycle 8, what would you prefer? Do you prefer the sound of the microphone I'm using right now, or do you prefer the sound of the dynamic microphone? If you prefer the dynamic mic, say dynamic. If you prefer this, it'll be shotgun. Dynamic is what you typically hear. Dynamics sound very deep, more sexy. So we have 7U option, 6.25U. This is where I'm worried. Does this have ISO compatibility? Yes, it does. This is the ISO right here. No thanks. And if you look at the back, there's likely going to be, yep, right here. Because of the ISO compatibility, this KL hot swap socket for the standard enter is rotated. So we have a 90-degree enter. And because it's 6.25U and 7U, just pick the 7U for TKL. Come on. We will have one of these south facing. It's likely going to be the 7U. That's north facing. I always confuse them. HMX is excellent plastic plate. Alright. So PC is leading. Okay. We can do that. We have a scroll lock indicator LED, but we don't have caps lock, which is hilarious to me. I guess no. This is gonna be this is gonna be a LED. This is not gonna be indicator. 6.25U wind key is growing on you, lamp. Excuse me. On what layout? Are you talking about 65, 75? If you're talking about TKL or 60, you're an absolute monster. Okay. If you prefer 6.25U on 60 and TKL, you're a monster. TK. It was nice knowing you. We gotta ban you now. Why? What the fuck do you use the other fourth mod key for? Reminds you of a boomer board? Bruh. Bruh. Ah, we got PC play, so I'll put the rest away. So I don't know if this is a 1.2 or 1.6. I just stuck it in and it fit. Right? If it's the wrong thickness, it shouldn't work, right? It's just my thoughts anyway. Yeah, I think if you do 6.25U TKL and you do a black board and you put a wob on there, that'd be proper boomer. I've been using this a lot to get measurements for the drone guy. 1.6, good. Cause yeah, I sent the guy measurements and dimensions to be able to design it. He has a general design he just modifies for people, and he does it based off of commission, so it's really cool. Or donation. What's up, Blue Hornet? Alright, there's just so many holes in here, bro. It like trips me out. So we have TX AP. I've been a fan of Neo Key stabs, but the night stabs I've had better luck for my patrons, so I guess that'll be my recommendation. Also for these, I did the thing where I did this shit where people were saying like, oh, you gotta pop it in a lot. I did that 15 times each one. It may be bro science, who knows, but I did it. See if it feels any better. It's like a pretty minor thing to do in the grand scheme of things, considering we've had a mod where someone was like, oh, let's just take some thread, some needle and thread, and then wrap the wire, which is quite literally this. Is it the stupidest? I would say it's the stupidest thing I've heard for stab mod. Pretty stupid. I just remember the guy that was like bringing it up. He also brought up holy mod, and at first, the first time I heard holy mod, I thought that shit was stupid too. I still think it's a little stupid, but it works. It's pretty reliable if you're gonna commit time to it, I guess. Okay, I need shims. I have all these boxes but no shims. I left a bag of shims somewhere and I misplaced it. Now this will do. This is not enough. I'll find something to stick it in. So we have a 1.6mm PCB, which is good. I mean, I don't have the patience for it either, but it works. Like, I've had maybe one situation in which it didn't work, but if you're gonna commit the time, I at least would do it for the spacebar. I was offering it for a time. I was like, if you want a spacebar that never ticks, man, just do the holy mod. I charge people like, I'll do it for you for another $2. I'm like, yeah, sure, because it takes a lot of time, and it works. But for a while, I have not used Durox in a while. I have not holy modded in a while. Okay. What's up, Brody? Welcome. I haven't felt like we needed to do it in a while, so that's why. Doing a holy mod for the entire board is pretty painful. It takes like a good 20 minutes. Cutting the bandage to the right size and then inserting it with tweezers, it's a pain in the ass. But stabilizers in general are a pain in the ass. Like, one of the patrons, he won't build boards because he doesn't want to do stabilizers, which is totally fair. I hate it. So he has a stack of boards that are unbuilt. He's also just a hoarder in general. You can point laugh. He wanted to get the Lunar because the Lunar is an AIO3. Switchplate was selling Lunar extras. Do I have a shim in every spot? And I was trying to order just for the sake of content, I guess, or to help the patrons, because someone trying to order, and apparently it didn't work in the United States. It's not just a stack, it's like a few stacks. Stack is a figurative term, but he has a bunch of unbuilt boards for sure. It's hilarious and sad. Silicone gaskets, extra daughter board, which is good. A company I've learned recently does not provide extras would be Matrix, because I had to do a repair for a Matrix board and I needed the JST, and then I almost misplaced the JST and then quickly realized I would not be able to replace this JST. So that's terrifying, because I misplaced things. Like on the Cycle 8, I don't know where the screws for the extra screws for the weight went. They're just gone. And I used Phillips head screws that I just have, because I have like an M2 container of screws, but they're Phillips. I don't know why I got Phillips, I'm so stupid. I use that instead. Okay, let's see this. What is this gasket? Is this the bean? With this kind of hole, I'm expecting a bean shape. Is it taped? I can't see where to open it. Oh, it's like it's more or less a bean. Okay, that's fine with me. So we got our stabilizers in. Get the plate, drop it on, done. I need a switch fork. Ready. Get my switches. Honestly, he would probably buy a Norbauer stab. But then again, we were just trying to convince him. I was like, dude, just send me the boards. I will build them. I get content, you get billboards. It's a win-win, okay? So he's sending me an Alps board. So at least there's that. Finally convince him to do something. So somehow, in the last week, I did not get sick. My wife got COVID and I didn't. We didn't sleep in the same room. We alternated couch and bedroom. And I spent 90% of my time in here by myself, so somehow avoided it. I continued lifting all week last week. It was glorious. I don't know if this is the right hole. Does it have any markings? No. I guess I'll just put keycaps on and find out. Shifted to the left is probably right. I don't know. I'll need this shim here. A lot of people have been asking me what this board is. It's the Ditto. Stream watchers will know. But it's really funny because people are like, oh, that color is so wild. Well, this is China messing up the color. There were two options. One was a more muted indigo type purple, and this was the other one. And the designer, Chu, said, I want the more muted purple one. And they just made this. So, like, China's really good at making things cheap. But in terms of colors, bro, I do not trust them at all. It's ridiculous. So I'm not supporting the back because I have the plate and I'm wiggling and I'm just not fighting it. I'm pushing it in just enough for it to slide in, and if it doesn't fight back, I don't have to worry about it. And I've used these before, so I know all the pins are straight. You already got the fat Yoshi, fella. Come on, bro. Did Joe ever sell his Dragon Ball Z TKL? I think I need to follow my doctor. Obviously, I look tired because I am. I get shit sleep. I was in bed for almost 8 hours yesterday, and I still only got like 20 minutes of deep sleep according to my Apple Watch, which is not the end all be all determination of the quality of sleep, but it's the same amount of sleep as I get usually. I wish I could get better sleep, bro. Okay, left side. Okay, good. I mean, getting better sleep would make my muscles bigger too. Two truths that will make your life better: drink more water, get more sleep. It'll make everything better. So far, this has been snapping in swimmingly. Just wondering if that was important. Don't share a bed. Sleep alone will get you better sleep. That's true for my wife because I snore like a motherfucker because I have sleep apnea. But also our dog is a light sleeper, and so is my wife. So when I woke up this morning, she was not in bed. Here's the problem with the ISO. See that? West facing. Bruh. It's the only way to do if you are hell bent on having ISO compatibility. Here's the thing. How the fuck do you get that switch out, bro? How? Tell me how. I guess if you move the stabs, you can. I got into that way. Doesn't always work. Yeah, they got in. But you gotta use something with this kind of prong. Regular IC puller won't work. I do not like that. I'm gonna like avoid touching the enter. Also, another thing. I got this comment on YouTube chat. This person said all my sound tests sound like tactiles. Like they didn't just say, oh, the Cycle 8 with the Gateron with the B-Sun Raw sound like tactiles. They said every switch sounds like tactiles. Do you guys think my mic makes everything sound like a tactile? I'm like super confused. Because if the answer is Alex Soto's tests sound better, I'm just gonna sm. Okay, I'll quickly. Let me get mad. Here, tell me if this sounds like a tactile. What is this in here? This is an ink. This is an ink. Yeah, these are inks. Inks on aluminum. Black Salmon sound the best. I haven't actually watched Black Salmon sound test. That is inks on aluminum in the Ditto with leaf spring gasket. That was the thing. I think the Gen 2 leaf spring didn't actually work like a leaf spring. Wait, does that sound like a tactile to you? Am I screwing something up? Like, if I'm screwing something up, let me know so I can fix it. I have other options. I do have a condenser mic. I prefer the shotgun for most purposes. I do not prefer a dynamic microphone. If you see a SM7B foam tip in a video of a sound test, you can just write that off as unreliable. Because dynamic just sounds way different. Dynamic makes me sound like I actually have balls. Just kidding. Deep. It makes my voice sound way deeper and sexier. I truly sound like a chipmunk IRL. It's just what I was given. All right, so enter is west facing, the pipe is east facing. It's a little bit annoying. Pipe I'm not less worried about. It's whatever. But yeah, I asked this because I used the dynamic microphone for the A roll in the last video. It does to me it sounds better. I can also speak less loudly and it'll pick it up. But if people don't care, I'm just gonna keep this microphone because this is a shotgun microphone and the sound when I compare it is pretty accurate. And it allows me to get a little bit further away. Like I could keep it out of frame and use it like this and it should still sound pretty good without having to be up deep throwing the mic.
Heck yeah, somebody follow.
Thank you for the follow, radio. Thanks for confirming secret no shit. I would kind of understand if it was a matter of just the B-Sun Raws, because like a long pole, especially when I'm punching it, a long pole factory lube is gonna have that like noise to it that is going to be very similar to like a tactile noise. But they said all. Like, it was a critique on every sound test I've ever posted, which probably was them misspeaking. But then I was like, wait a second, what am I doing wrong? I try to get the most accurate sound as possible, because the saddest thing for me would be someone buys a keyboard based off of my showcase and my kind of opinion on it, and then they're like, oh, it sounds different from what your sound test you posted. Then I would feel like a scammer. I don't want to be a scammer. Like, I don't care if my sound tests sound good. I want them to sound accurate. Accurate is way more valuable. Because if you want it to sound good, just put MX box on aluminum, baby. The goated combo. Or a long pole. Did I scam you, Holy? Wait, you bought the Tip 65? Which one? Like the actual unit? Dude, someone commented on the Tip 65 video, said the spacebar is absolute garbage. Oh, the other thing was the owner of the Tip 65 got it back. And I think he removed the little plug thing and it sounded better. Like, what I put in the video was, I think, actually a worse sound test than in reality. There's a flex cut in the PCB, and they give you, I don't know if it, I honestly don't know if it was actually part of the Tip 65 because he bought it secondhand. But there's something to stuff in that flex cut in the PCB. I have to check with who owns it now. Fella, you have it now, right? Feller has it now, like the original owner, Ninja. Yeah, it didn't look like it was part of it. We were wondering what the fuck it was for. Yeah, the spacebar's pretty. I thought it sounded decent, but I don't know. Maybe I was just exaggerating. Here we go. All switches are. You tape the cut? Okay, taping the cut should help. I always tape the flex cuts. If it has it, I don't have another option. You fucking paid 180 for it? Hey, I'll buy it for you. I'll take it off your hands for 181. Shipped. It's horrible, dude. It's because I misled you. Okay, the only right thing I could do is take it off your hands. People were big mad in that video I didn't mention the Marisi, and apparently the Marisi has 15 units in existence. Wait, can this be plateless? Look at this. It matches. I'm curious now. Hold on. I should just read this together. Typing angle is 7 degrees. Yeah. See right here, they said that the final size is changing. They're changing the size of the board to prevent ping and improve hollowness. We get the idea. We don't have to harp them on translation. Oh shit. There was a plateless option. I didn't run it. Honestly, plateless sounds worse. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, plateless, if the board is susceptible to hollowness, plateless will not make it better. Okay, every board that I've tried plateless on, because plateless is more flexible and you have to have more space in it to accommodate plateless, so it typically ends up being more hollow. Plate gasket mount, sandwich mount. Okay. Actually, I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand that 305. Like, if you don't do this if you just do the Anno at 305, having playlists as an option really gives us an edge over like the QK80. How much is QK80? Does it have playlists? Like I like I'm hesitant to say because QK been throwing playlists and shit too. So plate and PCB will be required for the PCB functional. So there's no playlist in QK80. And James Potato, thank you for the follow. Radio T-Bow, thank you for the follow. Oh my taco, thank you for the follow. Okay. Feeling a little bit better about this. Neo 80 has playlists? Okay. Neo is crazy, okay? Neo 80, it's a different tier. So no internal weight, just the external weight. Is it a heavyweight? I feel like the Neo is lighter. Neo's a killer deal though. No, it's not. It's not lighter. Maybe the weight's smaller, but they have copper and stainless steel weights. Neo's crazy. Okay. Let me look at this again. What else I got? Polling rates, blah blah blah. Vendor list. Do they have it up yet? Divinity? Because they gave me the link for this. If you're gonna buy this with Divinity, use my link please. Windx80. They don't have it yet. It might be for in stock after. I'm not sure. But here are the vendors. Let me see the accessories. Package includes. Yeah, you only get one plate though. Just remember. Yeah, sandwich mount. I probably wouldn't. I don't. Sandwich mount is, in my opinion, worse than top mount. It's too stiff. Build manual might be nice. Wait, could I just mount it? Looking at this picture, could I just mount it on the PCB then? I'm kind of confused. Can you do PCB mount gasket and a plate? Because there's a plate in this picture. Right? Oh, there's a frame. We'll just do regular plate. I think I remember that frame actually. Where's that frame? Oh shit, there's something else in here. What is this? Oh, this weight's just like the Cycle 8. I don't know where this frame is now, but I'll take a look at this later. I'm gonna mount it on the plate. At least it's a little different, but I'm really confused as to how it works. I love moving away from pour-on gaskets though. How the hell is this gonna work? Oh, there was an orientation to this. Stupid. That's better. Oh, I was able to do it without looking. So there's like a flat side to it. That one has to be outside. Oh, wow. I did it for every single one without even looking. Amazing. Cool. No mounting point on the spacebar. Very good. Alright. I wish these were Ziplocs instead, but whatever. This is how you lose shit. Silicone bump-ons. Okay. Let's take a look at the directions again. Sandwich mount plate on PCB. Okay. Oh, okay. There's a frame. For plateless. I like vaguely remember a plane up. Dude, I got a message from work. It's not for me. Here's plate. It's not the sandwich mount thing. I'll have an epiphany later. The aluminum plate was it was like a sandwich mount aluminum plate. But according to these pictures, there's like a middle frame. And I feel like I remember seeing it, but I don't know anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Let's pop this open. Is it ball latch? No, we gotta use screws. Oh my god, these normie keyboards with the screws. I'm just kidding. I do miss the ball catch. Shit. That was my keycap puller. And it's on the ground. Whoa, that was a longer screw than I expected. So the mounting is a little bit different. It's good, I guess. So the bump-ons are already in here, so I have extra bump-ons, which is nice. Because these clear bump-ons always yellow, bro. Like, you don't think it's a you being dirty thing. Clear bump-on is just yellow. And one of my mods actually took a picture of GMK Noel, which has a pastel colorway, but the keycap itself is like an off-white. Over time, that keycap has yellowed. And it has been exposed to sun, just in an office. So plastic's just yellow. Which is why on the N1, they use tempered glass, because tempered glass technically doesn't yellow. Which, to be fair, like I don't remember tempered glass screen protectors ever yellowing. But like my phone case, this used to be clear. Now it's like a brown. It's freaking gross.
Oh my
Shout out,
god, somebody
Keep up the
subscribe.
great content. Thank you for the 7 months, man. I appreciate it. We will stay steady grinding. Oh, the mid piece is in the board. Fucking stupid. Okay. I get it. I was like, man, did I see a mid piece? Am I stupid? I mean, I still am stupid, but let's see. Can you guys read this? Or is it like too small? Because I know I made it small on the screen. So we're using plate gasket mount. Middle frame should be between the PCB and the plate. Okay. Is there more screws? Oh, thank God there's no screws. That's what always bothered me, like the Shadow 80 and the original Jelly. When the mid frame like has its own set of screws. Oh, I get it. This is the plate, the piece that's actually attached to the aluminum sandwich plate. And it's a PVD. Okay. And you can see there's like little shelves depending how you mount it. Kind of like the Vertex, the ARC60. I'm just staring at this and my brain hurts. Silicone gasket according to the position of the plate. Bro, I don't see anything. Install the silicone gasket to the corresponding to the position of the plate and place middle frame with the plate gasket font. Plate gasket. Okay, it says plate gasket. Yeah, I can kind of see how this is pinging. There's a piece of metal in the middle that it's not screwed to anything. So if it pings or is hollow, you end up basically, you want to force break this entire thing all the way around. Which, like, here's the thing. I don't think they could fix it easily. They would have to redesign it. Because it's not like you can throw in some nubs in here. It's just this mid piece that's causing issues. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It just sits. Wait. Oh no. Wait. I have to take it apart. Wait. It looks like it sits on top. It goes between. Mother. Alright, we owned ourselves. Now I just want to do PCB mount. Is there a way I can save this? Hold on. Bro. In every situation, the mid piece has to go between the plate and PCB. Alright, degen split, I guess. We run it. It's bad news. Okay. It's a PC plate, so this is the worst material. At least there's no flex cuts in the PCB, right? And there's no flex cuts in the plate. But also, I need to wedge all these fuckers out. Okay. So how's everyone doing? Fuck. Okay. Took the stab keys out to make it a little bit easier. Thanks, Empo. You jerk. Oh, whoa. I bent that a lot more than I expected. Okay. PCB is flexible, okay? God. You just gotta stick your finger in there and figure it out, you know? You work around until you make it bigger and bigger. How tight is HMX? No, I don't know if this is gonna work. This PC is very flexible. Seen Clack do this many times. Hey, this is my technique. I'm a copyright strike him. Just kidding. I don't call it the wing or anything. I just call it a degen split because it's degenerate. It's hella funny though. Just rip my nails, right? Can I just dislodge it all the way around? Nice, Shadow. It's the most efficient way. Like, There's not many situations where you need to switch it, like you need to take it apart, but the switches can stay in the plate. But when this opportunity arises, I don't know if it's gonna work. You take it, you know. I feel like I've popped out so many switches already. See, I'm just popping everything out. I don't know if we're degen splitting. We're just getting some leverage in the middle here is actually helping. So like here, this is how I bend my pins. So I don't know if I should put it back this way, to be honest with you. Do I just peel it? It's not even splitting, it's just peeling. I feel extra degenerate today. At least it's not a solder board. What am I doing, dude? It's they're like really tight in there, and they're not budging.
Follow.
Yo, Meepy. Yes, sir. It's like unfair because I don't pay for these, you know, so I'll have a little bit less regard. But I would do it to any board. Oh, there we go. Let's check them pins, baby. Hey, I think we're doing pretty good. I need to read my goddamn directions. Oh, dude, my pits and my under titty is sweating. Sweating real good right now. Okay. So, real quick. The thing I hate about ribbon cables, well, this one's actually the right length to be installed, is that you don't really know when it's all the way in. You can kind of feel it, but like not really. Like, is that in? Yeah, I don't really know. Alright, so is this piece, is this right? Install the silicone gaskets to the corresponding position of the PCB and place the middle frame with the PCB gasket font facing upwards, and then put the plate. Oh no, this goes, wait, no, this is PCB gasket mount. Wait, do we want to do PCB gasket mount? We're at a crossroads where we can consider it. So real quick, change it, do another poll. Alright, another poll on the screen. Do you want to do PCB gasket or do you want to do plate gasket? I'm gonna make sure these are all flat down. I'm gonna try to push this straight back in onto the plate. Most of these got dislodged, but at least I'm not using ink or something. 1 for PCB. Oh, these are not gonna like it because it's like multiple position, so I'll take those out. 1 for PCB gasket mount, 2 for plate gasket mount. I don't know what other streamers did because I don't watch other content. plate looking a little floppy. We got 3 volts for plate PCB, so I'll take off these nubbies and run PCB gasket mount. Okay. Pull up the directions again. So PCB goes underneath and then the gasket, okay. So I will go ahead and take this PCB. What a great time to check that the stabs work. Okay, the stabs work. Hey, you would never be able to do this. You could, but you wouldn't be able to do options. Pour on gasket mount has always been a pain in the neck for me because it's so permanent, you know? You put the gaskets on once and you're done. You can't change anything. Unless you buy more gaskets. Which, okay, technically gaskets are cheap, but still gonna be like 10-15 bucks plus shipping. That's a lot of money, man. That's the difference between extra internal weights and not. Okay. PCB gasket, middle frame should be between the plate and PCB. Okay, middle frame. Shit. Gotta take this out. Ribbon cables. Put this back. Go through that pain again. Maybe. I'm gonna use a cable plug in. Because if it lights up, it works, right? Right? Cool. Damn, that's nice. Okay. Connect to the ribbon cable. I just want you to let you know that so there's 2 techs. PCB gasket and plate gasket. So this is better than the ARC-60 because the ARC-60 did not have these labels. And it confused the heck out of me because I had to just guess. Okay. That's a little scuffed because I want to be inserting these just like that and just press in and pray. I don't like the idea of that, actually.
Oh my god, somebody subscribe.
Jameson, by the way, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. I don't like this. Where's that switch I just pushed in? Okay. So let me pull this up. Oh wait, the whole thing is a unit. Oh, this is better. Okay, this is better. Have you ever seen someone risk every KO hospital socket in a board? Because this is how. What's up, Brian? So if I'm doing this scuffed technique, I'm definitely going to want to feel for these sockets. theoretically they're lined up. I want to make sure they're snapped in. And not pushing the keel helps socket out. It's sliding in real nice. It's aligned. I just hope the keys work. Because honestly, who knows? Okay. Feels pretty good. This ribbon cable is kind of sussy, but I do like the length that they use, so that I can connect it just on top of the board. Because the concern is if it's too short, then you don't have that ability. You kind of have to hold everything in the air, especially when there's a metal plate mid piece. For this, you don't want to be hovering in the air like I am right now, because if it bangs down, it bangs and scratches something. So we have north facing for the 7U, which is sucky. We don't like that. They prioritize the 6.25U users here. So if you are a 6.25U enthusiast, there you go. You're gonna have a better sounding spacebar. I don't think there's gonna be interference in the spacebar, but I still don't like it. Interference usually happens at R2, R3. Once again, west facing enter, east facing pipe. I'm pretty sure the foam kit is going to have something to keep this from light leaking. Unfortunately, we don't do foams here, so we risk the light leak. I can put this down. I'm pretty confident in my ability to put in these last few switches. You can kind of see the flex that we're working with here. I'm digging how this feels, actually. I got no sound reference as of right now, but it has some give to it. It's very localized give, unlike the flex of the Noir N1. This is more typical flex. It still has support from the frame, so it's not going to fully give down. It's interesting. Okay. Install LED blocker foam. Okay, well, they said to do the foam, so let's see. See if there's an individual piece, we can slot it in. But how's it gonna stay? There you go. Oh, it's adhesive. Okay. Okay. We like that. We like that. It's sticky. Finally, a good implementation. Install switches, foams. Okay, well, we'll consider use a case foam in the last resort. Okay, screw it in. Oh, that was so easy, dude. I didn't make any mistakes. It was so straightforward, and I did not need to use the directions. Everything I just said was a lie. Okay, top case. Bang. So make sure the ribbon cable connected. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not light leaking. Okay. We'll just read through the rest of this. Oh, that's it. I don't need to show that anymore. Cool. So all the modern fixings like alignments. So you see how that lines up. That's going to line up with this mid piece. So the mid piece is its own alignment. See that? You got your PVD. Okay. Flip this over. You got your brass. You got your PVD black. Got my 2.0. Okay, I'm dropping these screws. Yeah, adhesive foam blocker. Why did it take us so long to get that? I was DIYing. I was taping shit up. Like, light leak does look a little cheap. So I understand when people critique that. Such an easy idea, you know. Also, same length screws in all 8 holes. Also very nice. The placement of the foot. Wait, is there a recess for that foot? Oh, there is. Okay, I was gonna say, like, is it just raw dogging the back of this case? Because it looks like it. It looks like it's just floating. Alright, so I screw these tight. Because if it has hollowness and ping, you're definitely going to hear it if you screw it tight. So if you loosen it up, you're going to have a better shot. Which is why some designers have mentioned, hey, if you loosen up the screws, it'll sound better. Yeah, that's also cool. I need a TKL mat, so let me take this. That's a 65 mat. This over here. Let's do the keycap first, and then we do the peel after. So I'm using the same keycaps as the Psycho 8 video because I don't have anything green. The green doesn't match. Well, it would have matched if this was the same color as the render, but you know. Do I just commit to this, chat? Weird. My wob's already used, so it has to be taken off. I'm just send it. Or we're sending it. If it's ugly, we blame Shadow. Okay. Fuck. This is just disingenuous at this point. We've already started. We will just follow through. Maybe I'll get a different keycap set for the video. This is throw up in a keycap in a board. Ah, but the flex feels good. PCB mount was a good call. Wait. I messed this up. User errored that one. Remember how I said I was confident putting it in? Well, I was wrong. In the wrong spot. It's an acquired taste. I don't know if you prefer this, you may have brain damage. You may have become colorblind. I'll reserve judgment. But if you're an avid Wing stream watcher, you know what that face meant. I feel like the accent... Wait, why is this deep? It feels like the keycaps are a little recessed. We'll see when I finish this. I feel like I gotta take off these accents. Like, yeah, I can't do that. That's a little bit too far. Too many greens in the kitchen, you know? Oh, it's an F13 board. Me. Do I have something that can fill that space? Oh, I 3D printed this, so this is where all my artisans are. All of my artisans. Okay, 890. I'm quite famished. I need to work out today. I can't eat till I work out. Mostly because if I work out, if I eat, I'm gonna have to wait longer to work out. Unless I want an upset tummy. I don't want that. The cream's working. I just think we can't use this. This is gonna mess it up too much. If only it didn't have dark mods. Maybe without the dark mods it'd work a little bit better. Well, we've already committed to this. What did I have for lunch? I had leftovers for lunch and it was a pretty decent sized meal. So why is my stomach grumbling? Yeah, I think they did me dirty with the green. I don't remember what color I requested. But they were very close to the green and they did not hit it. Okay. So enter in that.
Oh my god, somebody
Frequency, thank you
subscribe.
for 4 months. Says, yo, what a guy, and you're the man. Thank you so much, man. One of the OGs. Oh, that reminds me. Man, I don't know if you got time to be doing stuff like Keep Life. Are you going to Keep Life Frequency? And chat, is anyone else going to Keep Life? Because me and a few patrons going to roll up. I'd love to meet whoever doesn't think I'm an enemy of the state. Because people be like that at meetup. You won't be able to go? Dang. Sad, man. I know you got responsibilities, you're an adult and stuff. I'm also an adult. But I feel like my patrons and whoever is part of the community has been so kind to me that I need to show up for things like that. And just kind of show face. The thing is, I bought 2 tickets and I don't... My wife's just really not gonna be interested. So I don't know what to do. There you go. Oh shit, what the hell was this? I don't remember seeing this in directions, so what is this? Why are they doing these days? Why are they like marking stuff with the weight of it? Okay, well, that can be for later. Novelties meat? Where's the novelties meat? Here's the coated green Windx80. This is a little bit nicer implementation than the Cycle 8. Like I said, the steps wasn't kind of my deal, but this black PVD finish to match with the weight, very nice. Color doesn't match renders for sure. I'm gonna go around and do the 360 in a second. Yeah, West Virginia is quite far. That's cool. Navi's mic is a good dude. So even bezels on all sides. F13 layout. Seems like the keycaps kind of recessed because of the mounting, I guess, maybe. I feel like it's kind of low. At least it's not exposed. Got the brass, like the green and the brass look nice. Neo Ergo I did not frequency, sorry. Ready for the peel? Wait, what the fuck? Did they put a bump on the... You're supposed to cut that out, broskies. Appreciate the QC 1010. I can imagine they like sent a picture to the assembly crew. So make it look like this. It looks like that. Sure. That was hilarious, bros. That's beautiful. Unfettered, just blackness, PVD blackness. Oh, and the way it like the light curves around it. That look. I know it was $80 more, but damn, I don't want to touch it. See that? That's a fan that's cooling my top-down camera because DIY method. But damn. A little curve to it. That part's not wrapped, so it's a little dirty. I do like this weight. And the 80. Okay, so I get that's our logo. So on this, there's no branding other than that 8/0. And the PVD in the middle, that's fingerprinted. Yeah, so clean that off if you're handling it. That's the mid piece. This looks nicer assembled than I expected. Like, if you look back at it, the animals just, they don't keep up. Yeah, it just ain't the same vibe. The PVD just takes it to another level, which just sucks that it's just $80. It's a big chunk. It's a big honking piece of PVD though. Like these, they're okay, you know, but once you get the mirror reflection in there, the only one that has a mirror reflection is this one. Dude, this is a nice weight. because it has depth to it. It's a 3D weight. You see it from all sides. It's nice. Let me see the IC. Yeah, got the PP plate option, which is pretty nice. PP, I would go for PP plate for sure. Product page is a Win Studio store. Do you have anything else? Here's IC. Does IC have the PVD? Yeah, the PVD looks nice. I keep forgetting about the skinny little brass thing. Yeah, they only render that much. So you can change the front accent pieces. I got the black mirror stainless steel PVD. What's this? Weight block. So I gotta open this back up after sound test. I need to see what's up with this. And the middle frame is aluminum. Also, I got the black chamfered edges. Then is it anodized back? No, mine's shiny. Weight bar. I should make this bigger. Sorry. So I was looking at the colors. The PVD one looks the best. And going back to the IC, I have black PVD. I think black PVD it's just another level. But I was looking at I have the black mirrored stainless steel PVD right here. It's not anodized, it's shiny. I need to open it up to look at this weight because they did include extra internal weights. I do have the black chamfered edges because it's shiny. It's not anodized black. And the back, my back weight is brass. And you can go with colors with your sandwich mount plate. I don't think we need colors. Oh, but you do see it. So when you take out the keycaps, you see it. But you want something brighter. So like silver is not gonna look too far from this E pink, E white. These are too muted. Anodized purple will look pretty good. Black chamfered edges might look pretty good too. What is this? Let me get rid of this.
Loggerheads. It's okay. It's a good reaction-based game. Magma Mayhem. It's a good one for 9.
Here, Twitch.
Peak Precision.
Cool. Yeah. Having the plate show through, you want color. Anodized brown, maybe, but I just think the most fun would be a red. But too bad they're not doing bright colors. Hello, Jaeger. IC1. What's the IC1? Is that a keyboard? Brush stainless steel battery weights. So I can add 1/4 kilogram, half pound. Yeah, the prices. Here are the prices right here. Mirror stainless steel PVD, $315 to $395. What's this? Vintage lovers, I guess, but it's not my flavor, bro. Alright. Okay, that's what we got. Is this the IC? Was that just inspiration? Why does this look weird to me? Yeah, sorry. It's the one on the screen, right? This throws me off. Did they remove a bunch of keys? More? Isn't that what I was looking at? That's not the board? I can't read, dude. I don't know what part is the actual board. Is this the board? I mean, they took more pictures than this. What's the Hasselblad part? I can't read. Why does it say Hasselblad? Okay. No, but did they take off keys? Because I'm really confused as to what this blank space is. Okay. Or I'll set the prediction. China things. Looks. I don't know. I haven't wanted a full size like ever, but Austin became the kind of de facto standard as to what's recommended for full size. So more competition in that space is good. I like the slim bezels, I guess, but that big space is throwing me off, dude. I saw something with a badge on it. I like the weight design and the curves. I like the back. I like it from the back. I don't know about the front. Front's throwing me off. They took off keys. That's weird. I don't even know what those keys are for, but it throws me off that there's just a big ass blank space. Put a screen on it. Alright. Predictions live. Ends in 30 seconds. 360 the board one more time. Do a tapping test. See, this curve in the back reminds me of the IC that you just laid. I really like this weight. I don't know why. I don't even think it's that different, but it's just hitting me the right way today. This fingerprint's already started. Dude, why am I so hungry? It's because I worked out like for 30 minutes. Just kidding. Hey y'all. The line in the middle on the side profiles reminds of the Flame 60. Oh, you're talking about this like this mid gap kind of thing, like an intentional. What's that word? I don't know what the word is. My brain's not working right now. Yeah, it's nice. Keycap does it with a brass thing too. I think I need to like, there we go. We got here the Windx80 with HMX Machiattos factory lubed, and we have the PC plate with the PCB mount option. Okay, no foams other than the little foam for the light leakage thing. We have GMK Olive. The color here is a little off. Olive would have worked with the color if they matched it with the render, but this is what it really looks like. This is spray coated green. TX stabilizers. Alright. Dude, this sounds good as fuck. Like, I was trying to reserve my climax for until after the sound test, but this sounds and feels good as fuck. Like, I was prepared for some ass tier garbage shit, because like Divinity reached out to me directly and said, "Hey, they're gonna change it." I was like, "Why?" It's like, "Well, they're gonna change it because it sounds hollow and pingy." And they're gonna change the front height too. I'm like, wait, that's everything. What score? Dude, this has more heft than the Cycle 8. Let me listen. Let me get real into it. Hold on. There is hollowness, so I can't give it a 10. Can't give it a 9 then. If I stick my ear right here, like it could take some force break to it. It could take a force break to it. Of course, long pole is gonna hide hollowness, you know, but that's solid right there. Solid, very dry sound. So where'd the hollowness go? My right hand hollow, my left hand not? Yeah, the sound is not like it's not the sound isn't traveling around and sounding hollow, but there is I would say like there may be ping if you're listening for it. Like when people said it was hollow and pinging, I was expecting like ping pong, like metal pinging everywhere, but there's not metal pinging. I think that PCB mount is carrying, considering it's mounted lower in the board itself. I could be making shit up because I'm not as smart as Black Simon. He's very smart. I'm dumb. I just put switches in, screw. That's me. I'm not an expert in any way. But it sounds good. Because this is the baseline, you know. We got zero foam in here. We got no force, but we got nothing. We don't even have these. We don't even have this in here. These extra internal weights. So let's go ahead and pop it open. It sounds freaking good. I would say 7.5, almost 8. Because you can clean it up. I think with a force break, it'll be a good 8.5. F18X V2, because it being a 10, you can't beat F18X V2 sound. That is a thick spacebar too. You gotta listen to it like this. That is the sound. That's like a meaty spacebar that you want out of a TKL. You know. Like here's the 60. It sounds small. You know. It sounds like a 3-incher. This sounds like a solid 8-incher. And that's just how it happens. Like smaller boards just sound a little bit smaller. It is what it is. Let's pop this open and see what that... I didn't really like look underneath. So let's see what's going on. Remember when Scoot Bar was like, oh, the coated might be more surface area to sound hollow? Yeah, this is... Like, I hate that they use the word spray coated because I keep thinking of spray paint. But this surprised me. Like... I'm thoroughly enthused right now. I'm not faking the funk. I was just bracing for the worst, man. Cause like everyone's like, "Oh, it's hollow, it's pinging." I'm like, "Oh shit." We should fix it. I don't want to showcase something bad. But this is totally viable. But now I'm concerned. I'm like, "Yo, don't change anything. Just sell this." Maybe it's the HMX with a PC plate. Just carrying, you know, who knows. But the combination of the PCB mount while still having a plate is giving a very unique sound and feel. The feel is great. Like it's giving but not giving too much. Yeah, I think it's the plated PCB mount. I've never built a board like that. I don't know if there's other boards that are designed like that. Where the switches are hitting a plate, but the last thing that mounts it to the board itself is a PCB mount. Yeah, I think this is the board. The board is much nicer than I expected. Now let's pop this up. Dude, where do the weights go? Wait, do the weights go from the back? Are there any pictures? Okay, so it's not in here. Is there an exploded view? I need help. Yeah, ribbon. At least they gave me more slack to like install it. Where's the exploded view from the IC? That's my only hope now. Dude, this orange is kind of fire. There's some Charmander orange, but then I don't know what it's gonna look like. I just honestly think green is hard for these factories to nail. Where's that exploded view? Oh. I gotta disconnect this. So it's underneath the PVD. I'm gonna fingerprint the shit out of that. Okay. Let's do the weight at least. I'm not gonna do all configs and stuff. So I'm gonna take off the ribbon cable. Corsa has something similar. Corsa keyboard. I don't think I ever built that. No, but it's nice. It's not. I dig this a lot. I dig this a lot. So I'm expecting I have to take out every single screw. Maybe it's just these bottom three that are not. I'm gonna unscrew these. Is this one screw? No, but that was surprising. When I first pressed the key, I was like, hold on. It's not what you expect out of like just regular silicone jacket, silicone gasket type deal. Cause I've touched plenty of those, and they'll just do like aluminum board, there's no brass weight, and they'll just throw some jackets in there, and they'll sound like decent. It sounds like what you expect. But here, I was like, honestly, it had a little bit more character. I don't know if it's cope. You gotta remember, okay? Gotta disclose, like all these review videos, they pay me to do the coverage, okay? Stream and YouTube video. So if you think I'm talking out of my ass, that's fine. I'm just telling you, the exchange is that I get paid for my time. Hopefully I've done enough to show you that I have no reason to pretend for any of this. Okay. Nice. How do the weights attach? Does it just get sandwiched in? Because that would be bad. That's gonna ping. No, it has to get screwed. With what screw though? Did they give me more screws? Bro, did they? Now I'm starting to think they don't. Are the weights actually 230? All right, let's go. Let's pull out the very accurate scale. Bro, it's 2 grams off. It's fucking scam. I paid for 235. I want 235, but also they're 235 each. Damn, that's fucking scam, dude. Cancel them. Cancel them. They're robbing you of 2 grams, which is like less than 1%, which is pretty accurate, honestly. But yeah, together you'll get 466 grams, which is a whole pound. You get a whole pound extra. I'm not loving the idea of this. So here's my Phillips head cope screws. I think I need something longer, so we'll try this. Cool. I totally thought it was going to be 235 total. Yeah, more metal is probably not great, but we'll find out. If you were to force break something, I would force break this part. And just for the record, yeah, I don't remember seeing screws. So it makes me think that I did not lose the Cycle 8 screws. Maybe they just never gave me any. You know? You know? There we go. Are these the screws? Yeah. That's actually pretty easy to line up. So we gotta do the math because I forgot to weigh this without. So when we weigh this, we'll subtract 233 times 2. But it's gonna be a chonker now. Adding another pound ain't lightweight. It's heavy. F18X versus Cycle 8 sound. Cycle 8 sound is not going to be as good as F18X, but let's say F18X is a 10. Cycle 7 is like a solid 8. And I feel like this is a little bit better, but the Cycle 8 has less kind of case noise. Is this lined up? Here we go. Grabbed it. The Cycle 8 sounds pretty clean. It's hard because this. Oh, they're both using long pole. I use long pole in the Cycle 8 and long pole here, so pretty fair. Honestly, if you want the best sound, F18X is going to be the way to go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on that front, because the Jane V2 ME is hollow, and really you want the upgraded weight for it and force brake. The Jane V3 is going to be determined. I feel like that might be the best move to go because I'm hoping that the Jane V3 is gonna have solid sound like the Tomo, because the Tomo is great sound top mount, but it's just kind of under the radar because people bought hella thinking they would flip and did not flip. Now the question is, do you spend another $100+ for this versus the Cycle 8? Now that's a hard question. Because this definitely does kind of look like the Cycle 8's older brother. You have more flourishes. You still have extra weight if you want that. It's going to cost more. The LED in front is cleaner on here. I think the better question would be like, do you go with a baller Cycle 8 or step up and do baller on this, because there's gonna be more places for this to look baller. Oh, it's hard, man. There's so many decent boards. GN Olive is still kind of thin. Yeah, I think so. So you gotta account for getting a different material. I don't think it was an issue of the plate design, but I'm learning now it's more about the material, we think. The F18X V2 I built with the stock plate was fine. But you want to go for the special plate, right? Aluminum grade or whatever for the F1. I just couldn't bear to pay extras price for the F18X V2, and also like the scuff was just. It took me over the edge to sell it. Yeah, it was I don't know what the reasoning behind the new plates were, but that's just what he does. He's not going to go back to the other one. Like, it's been pretty consistent on every release. I kept thinking it was like a different plate file. Plate design, but it's not. we go. It looks exactly the same. A little bit more fingerprinty now. But this is very nice side profile. It's like a different take on it. I should have cleaned the mid piece. Oh, I didn't take it apart. I should have cleaned it though. Probably brush it maybe, but that's nice. This is the Wind style. Oh, we gotta weigh it now. It's chunker. I don't think it was available through Gion, unless all my patrons are done, because every time there's a Gion drop, my patrons try to organize a group buy. We got 3 kilos now. 6.5 pounds. So you gotta take out 233 times 2. So 2964 minus 233 minus 233. So it'll be 2.5 kilograms without the weight and 3 kilograms with the weights. Give or take. Alright, see if it sounds any different. I'll just do a quick little sound test on it. Yeah, I don't think they sell like the different grade aluminum as part of the buy. I'll put it in for the lights. So the hollowness will be here. And this is the capstock indicator. Goes red. Arrows are a little bit weaker. Yeah, you can kind of hear it in them, bro. I almost feel like the weight made it worse, bro. I don't know. What do you think, Chap? I already did the typing test earlier. We just added the weight this time. Because there's another like half kilogram you can add in terms of internal weights. You can listen. I do think we added the weight, it sounds worse. Am I tripping? Did the weight make it worse? It is a PC plate. PC plate and HMX Machiattos. It doesn't sound as bad as I expected. I feel like the weight made it sound worse because there's now another layer of metal contact. I could hear the case sound a little bit more clearly on the left side and the arrows. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'll just do a force break. But where do I force break? Do I have to take the whole thing apart? I think I'll just drop a bit beneath or on top. I'll do a force break on top of the mid piece. I don't like taking this off here on the back side because it's touching the PVD. But at least it's better than hidden by the PVD. Yeah, I think the weight made it worse. Don't buy the weight, chat. But then again, they're changing everything, so I don't even know anymore. I'm just in a weird spot with this. Okay, let's see. The force brake. Yeah, I would want to do the top. And the bottom? No, the bottom should not be touching. I'll just do the top. What's up, Hien? Dude, I'm going to Vietnam this November. My wife's like, oh, you should organize a meetup there. I'm like, I don't know about that. Just wants to watch me nerd out in front of people or something. I just feel like I'm nobody, so I don't want to organize a meetup and have no one show up, so I'd rather just not avoid that nightmare scenario. We're going to Philippines and Vietnam. 2 for 1 special. I don't remember. My wife does all the organization. So for Philippines, we're primarily going to like the beach island stuff. Everyone's going to Japan this year, and that looks super fun. I already went before. It was crazy. I actually organized an engagement photo shoot over there for myself. I didn't propose over there, but I found an English-speaking photographer. I forgot how I found him, honestly. That should be good enough. Thanks, Lux. Also, there's a diffuser here too. Good RGB implementation, if I do say so myself. I already went to Thailand. How many weeks do you think we got for vacation, bro? You think we got like 2 months or something? Like, I know people want to travel and they want to maximize like a 2 week, but yo, our two countries already is stretching it. You don't want to do a checklist and just take photos and not actually immerse yourself in the culture, in my opinion. You want to spend as much time as one place as possible. I did 2 weeks in Thailand a few years ago. Thing is, I got 4 weeks vacation. I could go myself, but I'm not gonna go without my wife. That's just weird, bro. I already did like I did a vacation by myself. I went to Iceland only because I knew she would never want to go to Iceland. This guy, Mr. Worldwide over here, dude. I'm just older, dude. I'm over 30. Okay, that's a lot of years working, having real income as an adult, and you take an international vacation every year. And that sounds baller, but I just use credit card points, bro. Put my regular expenses on credit cards. I get the sign-up bonus. I stash them, and then I use them for one big trip a year. For that reason, I don't like doing like out-of-state keyboard meetups and such, because that's just less time I can use for international vacation. So like my hobby stuff, I don't go. Like there was like camera conventions and stuff, I opted not to go to those things because I was like, I'd rather save that. Alright, real quick with the force break. Solid force breaks, like fixed the little issues with the hollow. Yeah, I want some little wings. Soon, sometime. Yeah, I got left just a little bit weak here still. So while I'm here, just kind of do all the testing. I would prefer not to do the weight, so I want to take that weight out. I have a feeling the weight's a little weak, so. You want to know what tape I use? I use the tape that I always recommend, brother. Easy to tear. I don't need to use scissors. I don't need to worry about the thickness of it. Just apply, rip, and go. I'm gonna go ahead and take out this internal weight. I guess I could keep it if I force break it, but no thanks. Should I just force break the weight? I want to know if the weight is making it worse. So I'm gonna take out the weight, and then off camera I'll put the weight back with force break if I want to. It's just a lot of work, man. Getting access to this internal cavity for the weight is rough. Overall though, I don't think this is as bad as people. I mean, it seemed like I thought it was like horrible. Like, I'll be honest with you, dude. Like the level, the artifact industries type level 01, 180, whatever. That sounded worse than this, and they didn't go back and redesign it. That was just like, okay, we gotta use like the silicone, you know. You know when you build a board and you immediately think, yep, we're gonna use the sound dampening. That's what that was. Because it sounded like a mayday for this board. They're like, oh, we gotta fix it. We gotta change it. We can't. It's not suitable for sale. I'm like, oh shit, what happened? This is the first time I've seen that. I mean, it's better that they're doing it now versus... Yeah, if they're doing it now, they can... People are still able to like back out if they don't want it. Whereas if they just did it after they close the GB, then that's a little sus, you know? Because we're still within the period where people can cancel and get refunds if they don't want any changes. So I guess in that regard, it's better. It's just tough as a designer. There's no right way to do this, really. There's no perfect way. These are the internal weights. I do not like. So what I'm going to be listening for is the left shift, because the left shift, even with force break, with the internal weights, it was a good representation of how where the hollowness was. Yeah, in terms of starting a family, I'm grateful to be in a position where I have no debt, I have housing, own a house in Southern California. I have the option to even plan for a family, you know? Because a lot of people I know my age, they got debt, they got car loans, or like they got student loan debt, they got car loans, they're living paycheck to paycheck, they're still renting. Life is just in flux for them, so they're still figuring stuff out. So for me to be where I am and have the ability to have that decision, to make that decision, it's pretty #blessed, bro. Thanks, Justin Chow. Like I feel like I had bad luck in a lot of places in life, but financially, that's not one of my problems. I'm good on that front. Cool. Weights removed. I don't have to force break nothing because there's no metal on metal. As soon as I realized I would have to be an adult one day, which is like around 16 years old, I started making plans for this life. It's like, okay, I'm 16 years old, I don't know what to do with my life, I don't have a passion, let's figure that out. As soon as I had a path, I was like, I should probably want to be some form of engineer. Studied hard, took AP classes, got college credits, went to a decent school. Interned as soon as possible. Worked all throughout college so I would have to have less debt. By the time I graduated, I didn't have that period of unemployment looking for a job. I also unfortunately didn't get a chance to do like a post-grad backpacking trip across Europe or anything. I went to work right away because I had 3 job offers, so I got to pick and choose. So I was lucky in that regard. Because I had interned for 2 years, prior to that, like I had companies that knew me that they already invested time into me, so it makes sense for them to give a full-time offer. So if you're in school, do that, man. If you don't have an internship, network with your professors. I used to bench press and squat with my professors, bro, and the dean of engineering. I showed up at every single office hour, make sure they knew my name. So if anytime an opportunity came through, I was there. They already had someone they're thinking of. I was not the smartest, which is why I went to every office hour to ask for help. Every single one. That was my favorite pastime. Office hours. I didn't love it, but it made school easier. I've gotten jobs through professors, made connections through professors, did engineering organizations, so that by the time I got to this point in my life, I don't have to worry. And it is a relief. The configuration kind of just came because I needed a side business. I worked in a field that was very volatile and was connected to the housing industry and recessions. So I was like, I want to back up. This is kind of loose. Let me tighten that up. So my backup was shooting weddings. Oh, this is very loose. I was shooting weddings, photo and video. And then I got tired of it. My back was hurting. So I started doing YouTube. And I've gotten way further in YouTube and Twitch than weddings. Okay, I need to get Jackson real quick. My bad. Yes, I had to have a plan B, and the plan B was photo, video, and then plan B became YouTube, Twitch, and You hope to never have to use your plan B. But now we're back. When I got fired in the recession, I was like, fuck it, send it. Let's just see what plan B has to offer. So I was a full-time content creator for a year. That was fun, but I wanted to buy a house, so got a job, got a house, just like that. So this is this is WindX80 HMX Machiattos, PC plates, no foams, remove the internal weights, force broken. Yes. Why does it sound worse? Does it sound worse? Am I tripping? But the left shift sounds better, so the internal weight makes it worse. I don't prefer it, but they sound pretty good for a switch I don't have to lube. Like, I don't build these boards for myself. I build it for content. And HMX is just going to be a very good recommendation for people because you don't have to lube them and they're very cheap. Because like a Gatorade Cream Soda is probably my preferred, but that is a very expensive switch compared to an HMX Macchiato. I think the weight, the weight being metal on metal screwed in sounds worse than without. Does that have hollowness in it? Now I'm just like been listening to this too much. One thing I can actually do is take a non-long pole switch and put it into a portion of the board that's gonna sound bad. So what I can do, where's my switch keycap puller? So take it out. An alpaca is a pretty reliable, non-cheaty switch, right? Go ahead and use my switch puller. Just for the sake of testing hollowness, yeah? Alpacas. Very standard fare JWK. No, it's a solid board. With the force break, it's fine. I don't think there's an issue with this where they would have to go back and redesign everything. I personally think it's fine. Like if they can improve it, great, you know. But if they're gonna change the front height, like the front height here, what was the front height? Yeah, I like the look a lot. Do they have front height anywhere? Oh, okay, it's 20. It's a little hefty, boy. Okay, there's room to improve the front height, we'll say that, because the cycle height was 17.5. So there's room. If they make it shorter, that's going to reduce any hollowness for sure. It might affect the... Wait, let me see if this bottoms out. No, I'm not bottoming out. There's room to improve this if they so desire. Dude, there's so much room. Like the Cycle 8, I was bottoming out pretty easily. This is PCB mount, so it's just more stuff down there. Oh fuck! I broke something. Something snapped. What the? I didn't like that sound. Ah! What the fuck was that? It cracked. I was trying to bottom out. What did I do? Did this stem crack? No. Stem's still here. Wait. Did I crack? The keycap? No, we're good. We're good. Something fucking cracked though, bro. H still works. PCB broken half. I'm not pressing this anymore. I'm gonna just tell you, it's not bottoming out. The mounting is actually stellar. I actually like it a lot. This is a very solid board, but yeah, if they want to reduce the front height, that by itself is going to reduce the room underneath. And in my theory, I'm not the smartest man in the room, in any room, but my theory is that normally plateless mount or PCB mount, they provide more space at the bottom, which means it's not going to be a low front height. The Juby was an exception because the Juby was a pretty low front height board, but to have the flex for the PCB mount, it ends up having space. The space leads to hollowness, and the hollowness is not preferred. But this board, dude, if they want to go ahead and try to redo the design, because if you run case foam or PCB foam in this, you're good. Like, there's only so little hollowness in there. The force brake took care of everything. I could definitely use this. I will say the long pole sounds a little bit cleaner and tighter than a alpaca. Like, that's a solid. The weak keys are definitely still left shift, but at this height, I don't hear hollowness. If I'm listening for it, here's hollowness right here. If you're listening for sound issues, up arrow is very weak sauce. But you gotta listen here, bro. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I'll give you another 360. I don't like what the weight did. The weight made everything more hollow for sure. This green is not matching the anode, or the render, but whatever. I would ask in the server, Justin. I don't really know. You can ask in the server. Other patrons and community members keep better tabs on that. Because I forgot what I use the cheaper alloy, and I will say the cheaper alloy sounds a little bit cheaper. It's totally serviceable. Because when I paid for it, I paid like under 20 bucks. So here's the thing. Would you want like cheaper alloy that sounds 85 to 90% of the way there for under $20, or do you want to get the one that everyone prefers for 50 bucks? No, I did at the corn. I did a bunch of 60% universal plates for the corn, and I believe I used a cheaper alloy. Let me double check actually. Fuck, I have to check my DM, but I use a cheaper one. Like I don't remember the because there's 6063 and there's another one. I used the cheaper one. There wasn't a lot of information on it either. I was like, I'm just gonna send it, and it sounded fine. It wasn't a huge deal. Let me see if I search 5052 in my server. Some people prefer 5052. People definitely prefer, so if you want the money, if you want to spend the money, sure. You're not gonna go wrong with it. But you can also, like, I'm seeing one of these messages here from one of my designer mods. He said that you can have a worse grade 5052 also. Yeah, so it depends. If it's something you want to try out for a board that you're not 100% sure you're keeping, I wouldn't pay for the expensive one, because you can buy like the nicer plate from CBB Planet, but I don't think it's just worth the money. Yeah, that's the WindX80, guys. Just final reminder, they're gonna change the front height and redesign it a bit. In my opinion, it sounds fine. I don't think they can make it worse. They're gonna improve it. So if you really like the aesthetic, which I personally do, like the side profile with the big chakra weight, like the black is just very nice. It's like a very dark black that eats light but also has reflection. Yeah, CBB Planet, if it's gonna be endgame board, go for it. I wouldn't pay for the extra anno though, that costs way too much money. Yeah, so this is a nice look. I feel like it looks less weird than their bigger boards. The Wind Studio in general is gonna be more expensive. We're getting it to a point where it's tough because you got your Neos that are gonna take the market for everything. You know, Neo QK is gonna win in terms of budget. So spending more, it's gonna be up to your prerogative. I got a lot of comments in the last video for the Cycle 8. Asked me like, Cycle 8 versus QK80, Cycle 8 versus Neo 80, Cycle 8 versus QB8X Mark III, versus. In my opinion, like, if the board was released in like late 2023 or later, like if it's 2024 and they're releasing a board, it's likely gonna sound fine. Like, if it's one of those like common names that you've seen usually, it's usually the smaller companies doing the run for the first time. They may mess it up, but you can hear that in the sound test. Like, very clear if it doesn't sound great. Most boards are gonna sound good enough. So when you're picking a keyboard these days, if it's like a recent a board, just buy the one you like the look of, man. If it's gonna cost a little bit more to get something that you like the look of, I'd rather just do that, get the board that you like the look of and the sound is good enough, and just use that. I don't really think you're gonna need to buy boards every other month like you used to. You're gonna be good just kind of just picking the one you like the aesthetic of. In stock is better. If you really want to have less risk, the outlap stuff is gonna be rolling stock. They fulfill it faster. As far as I can tell, ClickClack has been doing a good job fulfilling stuff. So this one's not going through the ClickClack. This one's going through. I'm just saying ClickClack in general. They run a lot of GBs. This one is going through Divinity. Divinity definitely does a good job. There's only a few vendors I don't trust as much. If you want to know the names of those vendors, join the patrons. I'm just kidding. Alright, y'all. That's gonna be it for me today. Let me see if I can see if there's anyone streaming that I know, or just call it.
Can't use A.
I'm gonna send y'all over to Merlin.
Only motion, okay.
Raid Merlin.
Oh, you can't use A? Oh. Okay, then yeah, the mod.
Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you enjoyed the coverage of the Windx80, and I'll see you next week. Peace.